Hello, hello, goddesses. Happy Monday. It must be Monday. It's Goddess Day. Ooh, Goddess Beth went and got the red lipstick. Did you all see that? Did you see that, Ebony? Are you wearing red too, Nancy? Y'all are not challenging me. Come
So
on,
am
not doing
I.
that. You too? Oh my gosh. All right. I'm going to go back into the goddess chat, check the link for Mac, and find this. Roz has got red on. I cannot. Do you all have a secret, like,
Dr. Ebony
goddess?
started a trend.
Do you all have a secret goddess chat that you're like, let's all wear the red lipstick today? Is that what's going on? Oh my, if I tell you how many makeup artists have literally given me red lipstick and they've gotten dried out, like all the things, because I just can't. I can't do it. So I'm so inspired by you, goddesses. Kudos to y'all. All right. So as all of the ladies are coming in, I'm gonna do some quick. Leah's like, I can't do it either. I'm gonna do some quick admin. So for, are we recording for, if anyone gets it on the replay, yay. Two call updates. So for our next call, March 2nd, we are having a guest, and that call is going to be all about vision architecture for leadership in business. So in March, our focus is going to be visualizing, and we're going to kickstart with this session, which is going to be amazing, but we need 90 minutes for it. So basically that Monday, just schedule. I've asked Clear to update the calendar. I'm not sure if it's been done, but just, you're used to 1 hour. So let's just plan to schedule 90 minutes for that call. I also said on the last call that on March 31st, we have another guest, and that's going to be on a Tuesday. So just, mental note, it's a Tuesday and it's at 2 p.m. in the afternoon. So that I would love, like, I went out on a limb to get both of these people to come join our conversation. So I know the Monday one is your usual call, but the one on the 31st, I'd really love for as many of you that can join to be there. Last but not least, Nads, you have that link ready? I know that Claire has been posting inside the Goddess WhatsApp group that we're taking everyone who wants to be in what I call a Wealthy Me collab pod, aka accountability groups. I don't love that. So that's what it's been called. So Nads, can you drop the link in the chat? And if you want to do that, this is where the friendships go deeper, the support goes deeper. I've seen so many ladies just like taken this and ran with the next level support. So if you know that that's your thing and it would really support you on this goddess journey, then please fill out the form. We're finalizing the list because we're getting started with that next month. Now, speaking of, there's a lot going on in this goddess program, right, Nancy? Mm-hmm. We got a book we're reading. We got a journal we're doing. We have the wealth verse. We have our safety activity we're doing every morning. Like, we have the WhatsApp chat. There's a lot going on. You are all wise, discerning women who know your capabilities and your capacity. And I trust you to take from the buffet what supports you and serves you and leave the rest. None of it is mandatory. You get out of this experience, A, what you need, and B, what you have the capacity to process, right? You know me, WhatsApp is literally, it's right there. I will just go in there. I literally read everything. I messaged Kim the other day because I posted a voice recording I wanted her to listen to. And I said, instead of me typing it to you, I just put it in the entire group, go listen to it. She comes back, she's like, there's 125 unread messages. I was like, Kim, just read the last two. Like that's the open WhatsApp, read the last two, read the last three. See, you don't need to go all the way back because if you're not in there constantly, it can be overwhelming. I know Mia has a practice of once a day, I think, right? So just I encourage you to figure out, we've been at this for a few weeks now, just figure out what best supports you. Okay, there's so much gold in there. Okay, ladies. Okay, so we've had a month of, hang on, let me share my screen. We have gone through an entire month of safety practices. Speaking of Kim, today must be your day, but Kim sent me a message and said the safety practices have been very supportive for her. Nats, can you just confirm that you're seeing my screen with yeah, okay. So, when our nervous system is not feeling safety, it's kind of doom and gloom. We feel fearful, we live in doubt, we have self-doubt, we sabotage and overwhelm. We have a lot of stress responses to life, like the smallest little thing. I was telling somebody the other day, a butterfly flies by and it's like, oh my gosh, what's going on with me? So we live kind of in that state, and we, as goddesses, came up with KISS last year. Keep it super simple. This one is when you're not feeling safe, you keep it small and you play small, and you try to stay safe. So what we want to do is we want to get the nervous system feeling safe in the now more so. That's like priority number one. No matter what's happening, I am safe. And then the goal is we're going to start to build safety around our wealthy me identity. So then the nervous system, the brain starts to normalize. This is a new identity, but she's safe, right? And so when we're operating in that state, we feel more confident. We have a lot more trust. I've been talking to the goddesses in the ascended version of the goddess program, and that was our through line this month, was recognizing how we do a lot of this work, but an area of growth, I would say, for all of us is trusting ourselves, trusting God, trusting the universe, source, that we have divine protection and provision. This trust piece is a part of the wealthy me identity. We start taking more aligned actions. We feel at ease, abundance flows, and we're just in expansion and receive mode. So the entire month in the Wealthiverse, the daily practices that, Claire so beautifully put together and drip to you every day, being in those safety practices, it's all about getting us to this after state. And so personally, I think if you know that this is where, if I am not consistently doing these practices, I fall off, I want to encourage you, stay in the practice. Like, it's not going anywhere. It's always going to be in the Wealthverse, I think. So just keep doing them. Go back and start over next month if you want to, right? If it supports you. Because safety first. Safety is the most important part. All right, so today we're gonna finish off the month of February, our first month together. And we're gonna go back to today's all about wealthy me alignment, and it's implementation day. So get your journals ready. And who remembers this handy dandy diagram from last month? Right? What I would love to know, I'm going to stop sharing for a second, but how many of you found yourself in moments of awareness where you were like, oh, my brain's trying to do it, trying to keep me the same. And you remembered this diagram? Want to give a shout out to some of the ladies that I know either through messages or what I saw in WhatsApp: Goddess Denise, Goddess Carice, Beth, Kim, Grace, Ebony, Leah, Raz, Mia. Like, had your moments of, I'm going to be outside of the loop. I see my brain trying to keep me in the old identity and the old ways, and I'm choosing in the moment to step out. So kudos to you. But I would love to take a couple minutes and hang on. Who else had moments that I wasn't aware of? Drop it in the chat. You kind of saw yourself doing some things. It really clicked for me during your live this morning. Really? Wow. Okay, Goddess Beth, tell me what made
So
it
you,
really click.
so you know how I have to hear things a million times, right? So
All of us.
this morning you put it differently. You said your brain sees something new as unsafe. And
Mm.
that's what clicked for me. Like the brain is saying, this is new. We haven't done this before. Danger, danger. I didn't get the this is new part. And so
Mm.
that just made a huge difference for me this morning.
Oh, awesome. Awesome. Okay. Anybody else? Let's see. Marissa, during my 5 days on my own, Marissa, what, girl, I need to give you the handout on how to enjoy yourself by yourself. It's like she's like, "Ah, what am I gonna do at 5 days by myself?" So many opportunities to see the ways that my brain was trying to stay the same, and I had the space to sit with it and converse with my brain. Really powerful. My friend has a great saying, it's not hard, it's new. If it's old, it's easy. Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one. All right, anybody else? Just quick share. Is Goddess Denise on here? Denise, are you able to share? Because you were the first one. Like, I think right after that call, you sent me a picture of this diagram. You're like, this shit is real. Like I am literally walking through this right now. Denise, can you
I'm
hear?
I am here. I am here. I am not on camera because I'm still in my bed.
That's okay, girl. We got you.
What was the question? What am I?
You know what, Denise? Just have a slow Monday morning. I'm just gonna
It,
get you. I'm just gonna leave you there. Okay.
I'm like,
Next week,
what?
I was.
What's the, it's been an interesting
Can
couple
you
of.
see the screen?
Oh yes.
Okay. So
Oh
remember,
yes.
you sent me this picture a day or two after we talked
Oh
about this last
yes.
time.
Because I did not make the call, but I watched a replay and I said, "Oh my God, this is ingenious. This is everything that I'm going through.
Yeah.
Everything." And
Yeah.
once you realize it, and you can, oh, now I understand what this is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Pictures
I
worth a
said,
thousand words.
yeah, and I said you need to trademark that picture. Yeah.
Need to trademark that. I love it. Okay. So today, what we're gonna do, we're gonna continue, with our exploration, and I have two stories for y'all. Ready? How many of you, hang on, let me go back over here. How many of you know about the game of dominoes? Yay, teal. Ooh, I love that. Okay, so I chose this picture because this is pretty typical domino scene in my country called Jamaica. When everybody says we're going to play dominoes, this is pretty accurate. And for those of you that don't know, the picture over here with the little tile with the little black things on there. That's dominoes. So little domino tiles that they used to play the game, right? So there's a group of men playing dominoes, and you see the women are on the sidelines, and that's usually what it looks like for real when people start talking about playing dominoes in my family, at least, or my parents' friend group in Jamaica. So the story I want to share with you today is about my mom and dominoes, the game of dominoes. My mom is straight up the best domino player that I know. And for context, that picture that I just showed you, that is literally what it looks like every time somebody says we're going to play dominoes, right? So for context, I grew up with dominoes being very masculine, very testosterone. It's kind of like who is the king kind of game. And in Jamaica, especially, that was my experience of dominoes. And so for my mom to be absolutely the best at dominoes is extremely aggravating, humiliating, demasculating, all the things when the family or friends are gathered and somebody says we're gonna play dominoes and my mom comes to the table, right? And so the thing is, the only other person I know that's maybe a little bit close to being as good as my mom is my dad. And so over the years growing up, it's one of those games I kind of saw all men sitting around banging the table, being loud and aggressive, and it was just not interesting to me at all. I was not trying to get into the game. But eventually it got really interesting for me and I started to observe. And the reason that became curious was because my son wanted to play. And so in his teenage years, he is like going to his grandparents every summer, watching the game of dominoes. He starts playing, and all of his little youthful testosterone is getting incredibly angry and frustrated when his grandma keeps beating him, right? And every time he plays the game, he's like, I'm getting better. I figured it out. I figured it out. Nope. Grandma would beat him again. So I started to become very curious. Why is she really so good? And here's what I realized. When I play domino, I play to match the tiles. I never win. Never. When my mom plays dominoes, she reads the game. She knows exactly what you have in your hand, what you would play next. And because she's such a good reader of the game, she literally forces your hand and causes you to play what she wanted you to play so she can win. Right? That's what I realized. This woman is a master at reading the game. Now, I observed this little thing, so I want you to just hold on to that story. I observed my son doing this little thing where he was in high school and he was like, I'm like, where are you going? I'm meeting the guys to play poker. I'm like, oh, well, what are you waging? And P.S., my ex-father-in-law was a massively famous high roller in Vegas. Okay. So when my son says he's going to play poker, like all my red flags go up. I'm like, what are you playing for? Right. And it was, little, just boys being boys, little nothing. So he's in high school, he's playing little nothing poker. Then he goes to college and now he's in the dorms. He's still playing poker. Now it's for like a bucket of laundry soap or, like the thing starts getting a little higher. And so I'm watching this and he comes home for the holidays like, I'm going down to Boca to play poker with the boys. I'm like, this is getting interesting, right? Watching from the sidelines. And so I could see that what was going to happen next is he is going to go in his like career, work, business environment, and he's going to want to continue to play poker, right? And so I realized, and I had to sit him down. I'm like, dude, you're trying to master the wrong game. You are trying to become a master of the wrong game. Sure, you're going to be the guy that wins $1,000 at the table at work. Great. What you want to do is you want to go learn how to play golf. Because when guys are playing golf, they're mastering making deals of $1 million to $1 billion. Okay? So if you're going to invest in learning how to be masterful at a game, let it be something where we're talking about moving real money. Does that make sense? So what is the game that we're trying to master? How are we reading the game? And as we go into our work together this week, we're talking about the predictive identity game that your brain is playing with your life. Let that land. Your brain is playing a game with your life. Okay? So what is the game that we want to master? This one. Because at this next level, when you become a goddess and we're talking about ascension, step number one is we have to learn how to read the game that the brain is playing and become smarter than the brain. It is playing the blank, insert the predictive identity game. Do you all know the identity? We talked about the 6 of them multiple times. You know which one your brain is playing. This is not who you notice I didn't say not who you are. It is what is the predictive identity game the brain is playing as you. So it is playing the blank. For me, it is playing the hustler identity game. Right? So just name it. Step two, we must begin to play a new game. We have to build a new identity model, and we have to tell the brain, you're going to play this game called life. You're playing it as wealthy me. That's what we have to tell the brain. Does that make sense? I'm gonna need my brain to play my game. We must play the wealthy me identity game and get the brain to normalize that identity. And here's the next level, to protect it. The same way it's currently protecting your hustler, play small, survivor, like the way it's protecting that identity right now, we want to get it to play an ascended game where we tell it the identity, and we normalize that identity for the brain so that it protects and operates as that identity. Now, this one is gonna shock you a little bit. When we play this game, as in every game, what the objective is to win. We have to know what we're gonna win, right? It's not, what is it? Double deuce, double six wins, like, we're not playing to win making more money. That is not the game that we're playing here. So let us be clear. We're playing to win, right notes, fulfilling your destiny. You're playing to win, living the most freaking amazing life that you came here to have. You're playing to win the most expanded capacity that God, universe, source can express as much as is humanly possible in this one lifetime you get through you. So how can you expand so that the destiny that is assigned to you can be expressed? That's the game you are playing to win. Okay? So how do we play the game? Positive psychology has this rule. It says, name it. It says, name it. I add, name it and see it. So we've already named it. You know the predictive identity that your brain is playing right now. What we're going to do today is we're going to see it. So name it / see it, tame it. And the third one is reframe or retrain it. So name it, tame it, retrain it. Play golf and wear red lipstick. That's funny, Roz. All right. So let us get into our strategic thinking side of our brains for a moment. How many of you have heard and know the term doing a SWOT analysis? Right? Okay. Shout out to Goddess Carice, who did live this weekend and said, we need to do a self-audit. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm talking about that on Monday. So we're going to do a little self-audit. We're going to do it as a SWOT analysis, right? And we're looking at our weaknesses and threats through the lens of the brain. So you want to assess what is the weakest point that the brain can always use to yank you back into the loop. The part where you feel threatened, you feel like foundationally unsafe. And I want you to take your family and your health out of the equation. Okay? Your family and your health, good. Seal of protection, like all around it. All is good. All is well over there. So now your brain has to find something else. What is the greatest number one thing your brain, like, eyes shut, put it in the dark, throw darts against a wall, any which way thing it needs to, it can always get you back in that loop. What is the easy thing the brain can reach for all day long? Denise says visibility. Money. Money is the area that causes us to feel the greatest weakness and threat. It's a place that we get ourselves the most disconnected from source. It's the thing that makes us feel the most human, the most vulnerable, the most weak. Remember last week in WhatsApp, I said, we have equated money makes me safe. Not source makes me safe. Money makes me safe. You think your brain doesn't know that? You think your brain doesn't have 40, 50, 60 years of like, oh, that's her thing. Easy. We want to keep her the same. Let's reach for a money thing. Let's just reach for a money thing. Yank her right back. So if we know the game that the brain is going to play, if every time the brain tries this little trick, we have an empowered response, we win. We win. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to see it. I want you to put yourself in process thinking mode right now. I want you to be super like scientist about your life. This is not the space to be emotional, to be judgmental, to critique, to criticize, to blame. It's none of that. Just be a freaking scientist about your life. You're just looking at somebody else. Okay? And we're going to do what's called a mind map. Has everyone done a mind map before? Do you know what it is? So in the center, and there's a beautiful goddess that I did this with a few months ago, and it was so incredible how in 10 minutes she was able to just see it. And seeing, right? So we're going to do some kinesthetic learning because I want you to write it, draw it, see it, like experience it fully. So in the center of your sheet, blank sheet, I want you to write, when my brain sees me as, and whatever your identity is. So for me, it would be hustler. When my brain sees me as hustler identity, or when my brain operates from hustler identity. And now I just want you to draw spikes out, and whatever that identity is, I'm going to give you like a minute to write all the things, the ways you see yourself in the loop. When the brain has you in that loop, this is how you see yourself acting, thinking, feeling, behaving, right? Just write as much as comes to your mind. Then I'm going to share. Because I think this might inspire you if you haven't thought of some of these. All right, ladies, pause for a second. So I want to share some of what this goddess wrote. And her identity was playing small. Okay. She says, I feel I can relax and make excuses when I only have a few transactions that have come in. I pretend to be okay when I'm not, and I don't ask for help. I act in fear, worry, and shame, and I hide from my true self. I act as if I have too much time. I feel guilty for not accomplishing my goals, my financial goals. I'm doing things over and over and over again and targeting the same audience, offering things the hard way, too much pressure. I'm operating unorganized. I'm operating in organized chaos, and I do not know what order looks or feels like. I depend on others to bail me out. I use small words and language. I ask for little, or I give away my services for free. I'm not capable of doing bigger work, even consulting. I hide in the shadows of other people who know less. It's feast or famine in my life. I act poor and I hoard stuff. I hesitate to celebrate my wins. I play small all the time. I live in stress mode constantly. Can anybody relate? Yeah. This was brutal honesty. But this is what, like, when you can name it and see it and let your brain know, I'm onto you. Screw you. I see your game. I see your game. I'm onto you. So read the game. Make sure I'm going to give you 30 more seconds. Whatever else, nobody's seen what you're writing. Okay? Call yourself out. Call your brain out on its BS. Okay. So you're sat at the domino table, right? They shuffle the dominoes. You pull your hand. This is what you have. Is this who you want to be? Is this who you want to go into the game of life with this hand? I don't think so. The brain is so skillful at making us think that this hand is safe, but we're not going to win with this hand. We're just not. We're going to stay the same. And not a single one of you stood up to this to step up to this level because you want to stay the same, right? So, okay, love you, Laura. Take care of your kids. So we're gonna decide now. Imagine that the cards are turned over. They shuffled the game, right? But the cards are turned over. You get to decide. You get to decide which ones you want to pull. So now we're gonna redo this. And in the center, you're gonna write, when my brain operates as wealthy me. And when your brain operates as wealthy you, now I want you to mind map. How are you acting, thinking, being with money, with visibility, with the way you work, with resting, with trusting? 30 seconds, and I'm going to share her example. All right, here we go. When my brain sees me as wealthy me, I play on bigger stages and it is easy. I'm okay with my fun personality. AKA, I'm okay just being me, right? Like one of the things that the brain does is tell you like it's not okay for you to be you, right? Um, or not even that it's not okay, it's not safe for you to be you. That's what it tells you. Okay. I'm smart, able, and capable to create and facilitate bigger projects. I celebrate more money coming into my bank account daily. I feel relaxed doing business on my terms. I feel safe with money. I'm capable of living on my own terms. I feel accomplished and deserving of every transaction that comes my way. I'm doing things intentionally to be financially able. My life is in order. I'm financially free, supported, loved, protected for the rest of my life. I'm able to ask for more. I get to travel whenever I want first class. I get to play with bigger money plans. I act as if my bills are paid in full all the time, easy and relaxed. I'm confident in my offerings. I am paid more. I am paid more for what I know. I live in a more organized home. I have a great love life with myself and my partner. I'm relaxed doing business on my own terms. Denise is like that one. So I'm going to give you another 20 seconds. Finish yours. Anything that inspired you from that list, made you think of something else that's not on yours yet. Gia. Gia, I can't read it again, but I will read a couple for you. I play on bigger stages and it is easy. I'm okay being me. I'm smart, able, and capable to create and facilitate bigger projects. I feel relaxed doing business on my terms. I feel accomplished and deserving of every transaction that comes my way. I'm able to ask for more. I am financially free, supported, loved, protected for the rest of my life. I like that one a lot. I get to play with bigger money plans. I act as if my bills are always paid in full, easy and relaxed. I am paid more for what I know. All right, ladies, can we open up? And I just want to set the stage for what I'm going to ask you next. All right. So here's the deal. Your first list is this loop. Everything that you wrote is how you stay in this cycle on the first list, right? That's the way your brain keeps you inside of the identity that it has said is you. And it just keeps you going around and around and around in that loop. Everything that you wrote on the second list lives outside of this identity. Can you see that? It's not a part of this. But as Beth said, the second you said, I want to become wealthy me, your brain went right back into this process and got super creative with all kind of financial stuff because we said money is its easy thing, right? That's its play all the time. And it sucks you right back into staying the same. So, how do you win this game? You are going to have to take one small retraining, reframing action, one moment at a time. You're going to see yourself in the old identity, see yourself in the loop, see yourself with your brain doing what it does. And you're just going to take a moment, see it, name it. I know what's happening. Yes, I feel like I want to throw up. Yes, my palms are sweaty. Yes, I'm fighting with my husband about money. Yes, my bank account looks blank. Yes, the client never said whatever. It's, oh my God, my somebody needs money in my family, right? It's going to show up. And when you see it happen and you go into panic, you get to pause and go, all right, so you played that move. Now I'm going to play my move. And so in those moments, it's one response at a time, one micro response. It could literally be just if you don't even get as far as the next move, you just stop and see it, you've already won. Because the brain can only keep beating you when you can't see what it's doing. But the moment you can just seeing it is going to help you. Maybe not even this time, but the next time, because you're now normalizing. I see your moves. I see you. You're not going to keep hooking me like that. Yeah. Then he says, the moment I see it, I pause now. And you get to reflect on, this is not wealthy me. This is the old me. And you choose. Every moment you see yourself with the brain playing its old game, you have an opportunity to choose. How do I want to respond in this moment? Deanna says, when I see it, I say it out loud. So I'm going to ask you all, time to just share, what did see in that list um, reveal, make you see, make you think, make you want to do different? Like, what's coming up? Is this helpful? Tell me all the things. And I'm going to start calling on some of you, so you might want to raise your hands and volunteer. Who wants to volunteer before you get voluntold? Go, Goddess Beth. We're goddessing today. I saw you, Terry. I'm coming to you next. Go, Goddess Beth.
So I was thinking about this morning without even knowing about it. And what came up for me was to kind of, after this was after your live, to kind of trick my mind into thinking more like the wealthy me, is to think of things more out of curiosity as opposed to anticipating what's going to happen, and thinking in terms of, well, what if I do this? And make it more fun and experimental as opposed to the heaviness that comes with um, playing safe
Yeah,
and my brain staying in the same place.
yeah. That's a really good move because, right? Remember, your brain has been doing this for a long time. So when it, when it sees you trying to outsmart it, right? It's like, wait a second. I'm going to double down on making it hard for her. I'm going to make this feel heavy and like she can't do it and it's not possible. So if you just come in the back door with curiosity and fun and, something that makes you um, calmly expand, then Beth for the win. So I love that. Goddess Teria, you had your hand raised also.
Hi, hello
Hi, Goddess
everyone.
Teria.
And this reminds me, years ago I did those
Mind maps.
mind mapping, and I
Mhm.
forgot about them, and they work so beautifully. But what I want to share, like this weekend, and I name myself as when my brain sees me as a crappy me, like there. I was in a loop. Money started it, but then I got on a downward spiral of
Mhm.
relationship, and my mind just wouldn't stop.
Mm,
Finally, I'm like, I'm stopping it. I keep coming back to the same thing,
mm.
and then I realized last night that okay, that's what you're doing. Or I decided, what, observing myself. All right, we just exploring. We opened the door. We're going down the crappy road. We did the worst what could be. I'm like, okay, now how about now? Let's go this side. Let's open another door that was less crappy, and I just kept going till I got straight ahead. Now let's create my dream.
Yeah.
And I just had to become a playful with my brain, not because I couldn't get out of the loop. It's like,
Mm,
okay, all right. So we're exploring. And
mm,
the final one, but this one, and I get to choose because I'm the
mhm.
creator of my life.
Absolutely. Yep. That's what I
But
said.
that,
It's this awareness allows us to take back our power and to remind the brain, no, it's the real me that's in charge, right? Not the pseudo me, like the real me. You like I'm taking the reins back of my life from you, and like good job trying to keep me sane and safe. Good job, kudos to you, but like no, that's just an illusion. I'm actually not safe and I'm not wanting to be the same. So I love, here is the thing. The true you, all of you for the win is the faster you see it happening. And you, right, Taria, like you said, it took like hours and hours. You just kept going and going and going. Like what we want to do here is we want to read the move fast. Like you're not moving on my mother at the domino table. Like she's not gonna figure out what happened 3 moves down, like so we want to catch it like really quickly. That's if you're going to go for mastery, that's it. Oh, I see what's happening. That's why I showed you that image. So it can just populate quickly in your awareness. Kudos to
and
you. Well done.
once I could recognize, okay, that's what we're doing. We're exploring. It was easy. It took quick. It did not take much time. This, and but yeah, let's make it really quick and short.
Yeah, right. Really quick
Thank
and short.
you.
You're welcome. Diana, I see you. Goddess Gia, you had your hands up, then you took it down. Did you want to share and change your mind or what?
Um, I, who went first? Beth sort of said something that I was going to say, and one of the things I think that was quite interesting with this is because you kept using the word play, it stopped being onerous.
Mm,
So it
interesting.
allowed the creativity as opposed to the box that we usually try to
Yeah.
fit everything in.
Mm-hmm.
So that was what I found. I mean, I have a whole bunch of words here, so I don't need to put them up there. But I found that the no, but the play was. Remember, I sent you something last week, which was almost similar, and so it's been a lot of the wealthy me. I think likes to play.
We all like to play. And that's why I keep using the term and I keep presenting this to you as this is a game. It is a game, right? Play to win the game. Just play. Play to win the game. We're not like, oh my gosh, we're going through the 10-step transformation process. Like, let's check the 10 boxes every day. No, we're just playing. We're just playing and we're playing to win. We see the game like, I mean, you eventually you are seriously going to start laughing. I have been in the throes of the worst, and I've been like I can't even breathe, and I just go for a walk and I bust out laughing. My neighbors must think I'm crazy because right at that moment is when I was like, oh my God, I see your move. I see your move. I got you. Watch me now. Right? And I just bust out laughing because it is absolutely a game. Right? So yeah, I love that. I love that share, Goddess Gia. Goddess Diana?
I was looking at it like, wow, yesterday when I did Bible study and we were talking about Proverbs, one of the things that I covered was reacting versus responding. And when I looked at my list of like when my brain sees me, because I have the hustler identity too, when my brain sees me that way, I put old, familiar. When I looked at the list, everything on that list was reactionary. Worry, don't sleep, don't do the things. It was all reactionary. And when I looked at my wealthy me identity, my kept me, everything was a response. It was a calm choice. It was not reactionary at all. So I said, oh, that is the connection.
That's the cheat code. That's the cheat code.
Yes.
How do I win? I see your move. Now I'm going to sit back. I'm going to pause.
Yep.
Think through my move.
And I respond. I
And
don't react.
I'm going to
to what's
choose.
happening.
Yeah. It's like watching my mom play and she puts down the 6 and then I react. I'm like, oh, you think you're going to get me? Here's my 6. right?
If she's like, haha, I've already thought you were gonna
Right?
do
She's
that.
like, oh, I got you, because you saw that you didn't see the blank I have down there, right? That you could have played and I wouldn't have won. I'm like, oh, you think you got that? And especially when she puts it down with the bang, like she does the whole strategy. Like, I'm gonna put this with drama, so you think I got you. I'm like, oh, you think you got me? I have a 6-2, right? Total reaction. Lose. She got me,
Yep,
right?
every time.
Yep, the reaction. Yep. So I love that. Carissa, she loves that. When you are playing this game, you're not playing from reaction or you've lost. Pause, take a breath, choose. Powerful. That's a whole word right there, Deanna. All right. So what I have left was this helpful for y'all? Get to process, see yourselves. Yeah. Dr. Ebony, what your brain got going on, girl? You're like, you got the sigh emoji. Oh my God. Just say it, verbalize it, get it out.
So my brain failed PE. Like she don't play. She don't know like what that look like in real life. So for me, it's I think that I have been so entrenched in the lie of hustler, uh, and I've seen it play out generationally. It's so right to me that anything else seems like a lie. And so
Mm,
it's for me like figuring out because I'm incredibly competitive, right? So it's not that I don't know how to play. It's that okay, but what's the strategy to win? So like you were saying, how okay, this is not 10 steps to, but my brain is like, no, it must be some steps. She ain't said them yet, but there got to be some steps somewhere. You know, like so. For me, it's how do I create, I guess, like some sort of disassociation, or I don't know, to where I don't see the lie as truth.
can you all see the creativity of her brain right now?
I'm all over the place. It's ridiculous.
It's like, no, there gotta be some steps, and like,
Yes.
how do I disconnect and disassociate and like unplug the wires and like, oh my gosh, I'm not creative. You must be the most freaking playful one of all the goddesses in the room right now, and you're gonna say, I don't know how to play. I mean, if your brain is not creative, you think I'm joking. I sit here front row to all of you, and I'm like, wow, that is a masterpiece move. It's a brain that girl, your brain is masterful. So, Dr. Ebony and all of you, it's this simple. It really comes down to this. Choose your move. Deanna got her move. I'm gonna see it, pause. I'm gonna take a moment. I'm gonna come back with like, no, this is my move. That's her cheat code. Right, Dr. Ebony, like it doesn't need 10 steps, you don't need to go through the process. It's just, how is Ebony going to play this? What's the
So
way that makes Ebony, because you said, I'm competitive, so I know you want to win.
hmm the so like in just listening today, it's like, yes, I see it, but like that was 2 days ago. Like I saw it, I see it now that it happened 2 days ago.
That's
So
okay, though.
okay,
Before, you used to not see it for years.
true.
Before, you used to not see it for months, for weeks. So if we're down to 2 days, you're winning. You are winning. And your brain is having you think you're not winning because it's 2 days.
Right.
Right? But it
All or
used to
nothing.
be years. I mean, I was in a relationship for 3 years suffering and stayed. So you're winning. And you keep going and you keep going and you keep going, and it's gonna happen now, then it's gonna be minutes, seconds. Then it's not gonna happen relatively as much anymore.
Okay.
All right. But what all I need you to do is I need you to come down to the simplest form of what is always Ebony's move. Brain, you made your move. This is how Ebony moves. I need all of you to come down to your simplest. What is your move? You see your brain doing its thing. What is your move? Always. Yeah, that's really powerful, Roz. Carice, you had your hand raised.
I was just gonna say to
And
Ebony.
so did Teal.
Oh, okay. Thanks, Nads. Go ahead, Curry.
Okay. All right. So Ebony, my brain works kind of like yours. Two things. One, you have to remember for a kid, that year between 1 to 7 is when you absorb all your learning. And what we're trying to do is that retraining right now. Girl, I'm there with you. The second thing that my brain does with this play thing is I go to the worst possible case. What the hell can happen if my credit card balance is over the limit? What the hell? Are they going to come get me? Okay, let's see. I've literally had to go into that zone because all my credit card balances are way up. Okay, let's see what happens. All right, brain. Okay. Now show me how to get money. Show me how to get wealthy.
That's good.
Yeah.
I told Carice, we had a conversation about this, and I say, you need to play the game you need to play. I want you to name it the certainty game. I'm certain it's all going to work out.
Yeah.
That's the game I'm playing. I'm always certain it's going to work out.
So, girl, listen, in our call, Tasha said, Carice, you've made money your God. And that shit hit me because it's so damn true. That's the only time I've felt safe when I know my bank balances are, yeah. And it's like God is saying, girl, let me just put you on empty so I show you who the hell I am. Okay. Anyway, have a meeting. Gotta run back.
Thank you, Carice.
Deal.
I just wanted to tell Dr. Ebony that I felt the same way. Creativity and imagination as a hustler is not what I have. You tell me what to do, same thing with the steps. And that's what I've been really trying to work on. But after you posted yesterday, Tasha, in the WhatsApp, from the book, and I read that, but it didn't really hit me until you posted it, And I was like, dang, yep, imagination, that's it, right? And so that's what I'm really trying to work on. But I'm super excited because I felt it, took the moment, because I felt it and it was right away. And so I felt like I won the other day. We were planning vacations 3 weekends in a row. And all of a sudden I was like, oh gosh, I don't know. I don't have enough money. And I was like, stop. It will be fine. And I caught myself right away. And I was just like, oh, I am working it.
You are working it, girl. That's right. Teal for the win. And there's something that you said, about, and Dr. Ebony, no, it was Debbie, who's here from Hawaii. Debbie says, Tasha, I know you said we should figure it all out, like you're going to guide us and we should figure it, but I'm in the Army, girl. I need you to tell me what to do, right? She's like, can you just tell me? So here is the telling you. Just become aware your brain is playing its game. Your goal is to win. So what should you do? Just decide on your move. That's it. Every time you have an awareness that the brain has you in a loop, what are you going to do? You don't need, it doesn't mean, like Carice shared, oh my gosh, let me go hustle and find some more money so I can cover my credit card. It can simply be like your move can simply be, oh, I see it. I see it. That alone is a move. That alone is a move. Just trust me on this. That alone is a move. Okay? Awareness is 90 to 98% of the solution. It truly is, just to see it. Okay, ladies, I really wanted to end on time. I really did. But this conversation was so good that I allowed us to go. But I do have one other thing that I want us to talk through, and it's our goddess essence. So the alumni goddesses know every month we have 12 different goddess essences. And every month we take the opportunity to just be in the awareness and the practice and on the lookout for, life moments where we can integrate that goddess essence. And the first one I always start off with is integrity. Integrity. So I'm going to tell you a quick story. Last Monday, I had a short week last week. I only had Monday and Tuesday for working, and then I knew I was traveling Wednesday, coming home Friday night. So what that meant was Monday, for whatever reason, I jammed everything and its mother into my day. It came to Monday night, and I had the separation. I had the awareness of separating how I was feeling. I was exhausted. I felt burned out. I felt like on E. But the thing that was the heaviest feeling was the feeling of being out of integrity. That was the heaviest. This is not Goddess Tasha. This is not what I stand on, right? And I operated out of integrity today. And this weekend, as I was at this event, how many of you know Jen Gottlieb? I think I saw several of you following her. So she was one of the speakers at the event. She talked about, her story is amazing. But she told one of the stories about how on her journey, her mom gave her Louise Hay's Heal Your Life book. And it was a very dark season in her life. And her mom gave her the book and said, I hope you find yourself again. And wrote out an affirmation from the book to help her with that. And so she said, I'm going to say this lousy, stupid affirmation every single day, right? Like she was just like, mom. So she made a commitment. Long story short, we know how the story always ends, right? She gets the part, she ascends, she becomes successful. She says, now I don't credit the affirmation for my result. I credit the fact that I was in integrity to my commitment to say it every single day. Now, on the neuroscience back end of that, we know the saying it every day reprogrammed her subconscious mind, reprogrammed her reticular activating system, caused her to see like neon signs, all the opportunities that would lead to the outcome. Like that's the science of what's happening. But why does science get to work? Because she honored her commitment. She was in integrity to her word to herself. So this month, as we go into practicing integrity, what is that going to look like? Your number one job as a goddess, why I start with this essence, is that be in integrity to your goddess you, be in integrity to the mind map paper that has this is who I am when I'm operating as wealthy me. Be in integrity to that version of you is your number one job this year. Being in integrity to it. So what that means, like playing the game, when you see your brain doing its thing and you let it, you are now out of integrity. You're now out of integrity. And the universe is going to meet you wherever you are the most committed. So if you're the most committed to letting your brain keep you the same, universe is going to meet you there. If you're the most committed to being in integrity with the wealthy you, universe is going to meet you there. When I talk about being in integrity as a goddess, there's two things, especially because of the central focus of this program. The number one thing I need you all to practice being in integrity with is money. Money. So one of the things my husband says publicly about why, Tony will give you Tony will flower everything out. But one of the things he'll say, if you ever ask him, what do you think is the secret to us having the kind of relationship that we have? He says, I think we keep growing and having awkward and uncomfortable conversations. Right? So we're about to have an awkward and uncomfortable conversation right now, because this is how we grow. Money is where your brain is going to hook you, trap you, and try to keep you the same. It is the thing. So if I'm going to be the lead goddess, I'm going to have to keep you in integrity with your money. It's why we have the contracts that we do. It's why they say all the things that they say, right? It's the legal way to keep you in integrity, but most of all, like the conversations with me and Lisa, especially in this program with regards to money, is always going to be to keep you in integrity. That is number one. Number two, when you look at how you're operating with money, it doesn't matter to me how you do it, what you do, but I always want you asking yourself, am I being in integrity with money? Because remember, money is the way the brain is going to come get you the fastest. So what do you choose to stand on? I'm being in integrity with my money. The second thing is being in integrity to your word, to yourself. I said I was going to do this. I said I was going to become this version of me. Goddess Grace won Goddess of the Year last year because I watched her at the start of the year saying, I'm going to be in integrity with this goddess work. And she was that. So be in integrity with your word to yourself. It's why last Monday I really was. I was like, no, I did not win today. I am not proud of who I was being and the choices that I made and how I overdid it. I am out of integrity. And I don't want to live day after day feeling like I'm out of integrity. You want to know why life feels heavy? Because we're out of integrity with ourselves. So, awkward, uncomfortable conversation over, period. And, and I really, again, I always say I trust in your wisdom as a woman and as a goddess. And this month, now that we've brought it to your attention, you're going to get to see it's just a matter of, am I in integrity with the woman I want to be? The version of me that I want to be. That's your dominant thought when you see yourself experiencing your life. All right, real talk. All right, ladies, I love you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for sharing today. We did big work, big work. Remember, March 2nd, our next call is going to be 90 minutes. So if you all can plan for that. All right. Love you all. Have a great rest of the day. Bye, everyone.
Bye bye.